Okay, let's dive in. We're talking about trust today, and specifically when it's broken in just the worst way imaginable, like within a family.
Yeah, that fundamental trust between a child and a parent.
Mhm.
It's profound.
Exactly. And today's deep dive looks at a really powerful recent judgment from the Supreme Court of India. It tackles this head on.
Right, a case involving a father convicted for assaulting his own young daughter. Truly devastating.
So our mission here is to unpack what the court decided, their really firm stance. We'll look at the legal side, the evidence.
And also how justice here means more than just punishment, right? There's the whole aspect of reparation for the victim.
Absolutely. And we're drawing all this from the actual Supreme Court order, 2025 INSC 934.
Okay.
So let's get into the case itself. It's Bhanei Prasad, also known as Raju, versus the state of Himachal Pradesh, and the core issue. This father was convicted under the POCSO Act, that's the Protection of Children from Sexual Offenses Act, 2012.
Right. For repeated, aggravated penetrative sexual assault.
On his own daughter. She was only about 10 years old. And this wasn't just once. It was like sustained assaults happening in her own home.
The place she should have been safest. And what's striking is how consistent the courts were below.
Tell us about that.
Well, both the trial court and then the high court looked really closely at the evidence. They both upheld the conviction.
And the sentence?
Life imprisonment. Affirmed at both levels before it even reached the Supreme Court. Sent a pretty strong signal from the start.
Okay, so the conviction was solid from the get-go. Let's talk evidence. What made the prosecution's case so strong here?
Well, first off, you had the victim's own testimony. She's referred to as PW3, Prosecution Witness 3.
The daughter.
Yes. And the court called her testimony unwavering and truthful. That's huge.
Was there corroboration?
Yes, definitely.
Oh.
Her older sister, PW2, backed up her account. And then you have the medical and forensic evidence.
Like the DNA report. I read that was key.
Absolutely critical. The court literally said it sealed the evidentiary chain. It just removed any lingering doubt connecting the accused directly.
So her testimony, her sister's testimony, medical evidence, and DNA, that sounds incredibly strong.
It was. And there's also Section 29 of the POCSO Act itself. It's quite interesting legally.
How so?
It creates what's called a statutory presumption of guilt. So once the prosecution establishes the basic facts that the assault likely happened, the law basically presumes the accused is guilty.
Wow, so the burden shifts?
Exactly. The burden shifts to the accused to prove they didn't do it. In this case, the court found that presumption was completely unrebutted. He couldn't overcome it.
And the court also mentioned something about a child's testimony specifically, didn't they?
They did. They reiterated the principle that if a child victim's testimony is found credible and trustworthy, it actually doesn't need corroboration from other evidence to secure a conviction.
So her word, if believed, could potentially be enough. That's powerful.
Very powerful. It places immense weight on the child's voice when the court deems it truthful.
Now, the defense tried to push back, right? They argued that maybe this was made up because of, bad blood in the family.
Yeah, they suggested false implication due to strained relationships, but the court's reaction was incredibly strong.
What would they say?
They flat out rejected it. They said, and this is almost a direct quote, no daughter, however aggrieved, would fabricate charges of this magnitude against her own father.
Wow, that's a very definitive statement.
It is, and the language they used to describe the crime itself, calling it demonic, saying it tears through the foundational fabric of familial trust.
Demonic character. That's intense language for a court judgment.
It shows the level of abhorrence. They said these kinds of offenses demand the severest condemnation and deterrent punishment, and crucially, no mitigation, no leniency for incestuous abuse by a parent.
So no excuses based on circumstance?
None. They even brought in ancient scripture.
Oh, right, I saw that. Yatra Narya Stupuyante.
Ramante tatra devato. Where women are honored, divinity flourishes. They linked this ancient idea to the modern constitutional vision of non-negotiable dignity for women and children.
Connecting past wisdom to present law? Interesting.
And it didn't stop with just affirming the prison sentence. The court went further.
This is the compensation part.
Exactly. Using its special powers under Article 142 of the Constitution, which lets it do complete justice, the court ordered financial compensation for the victim.
Going beyond just punishing the offender.
Right. They specifically referred to the compensation scheme set up following the Punsaxana case. It's about ensuring the victim gets something tangible, some support for recovery.
Okay, so what were the specifics? How much compensation?
The total was Rs 10,050,000, which is just over 10 lakh rupees.
And how was that structured? Was it just a lump sum?
No, they structured it carefully.
Yeah.
Rs 7,000, the larger portion was put into a 5-year fixed deposit.
Okay, why?
To secure her longer-term future. She can withdraw the interest quarterly, but the principal sum is protected for a while.
Makes sense. And the rest?
The remaining Rs, 3,050,000, was transferred directly to her bank account for more immediate needs.
So a mix of long-term security and immediate access. The court called it substantive, compassionate, and complete justice.
Yeah, it's really a holistic approach. Punishment for the offender, but also concrete support for the survivor's future.
So, to wrap up, the Supreme Court slammed the door shut on the appeal. Conviction stands. Life sentence stands.
Unequivocally.
And they also took that extra step, using Article 142, to provide significant financial restitution, ensuring the justice felt more complete for the victim herself.
A very strong statement on all fronts.
It really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? When the deepest trust, the safety of home and family, is shattered like this.
Yeah.
How can a legal system respond effectively? It's not just about punishment. How do you even begin to help rebuild dignity and security for someone who's been through that?
It's incredibly complex.
What does justice truly mean? What does it really look like in the face of such profound betrayal? Something for all of us, perhaps, to reflect on.